Global Business Manager, Business Development Manager. I said Josephine.
It's a mouthful.
Josephine.
But you can call me Joe.
Yeah, okay.
After that, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Easier.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to EM Chats. In line with the International Marketing Town Hall, brought to you live from MyTech. What does MyTech stand for? I'll let you know in the future. Anyway, so today, this is our first segment. We're going to have a few more segments in a bit with some other, prominent speakers. We just had some of our sharing sessions with our stakeholders, with some of the universities, with some people from the ministry, as well as also some speakers that we bring all over the world, actually. And well, speaking of which, one of them is with me right now. We have with us Miss or Mrs.
Yes.
Miss Josephine P. Nit from the Global Business Development Manager of ISEF. High prominence that has some experience that she would like to share, especially in her intricacies when she dealt with her own experience when studying in Thailand. So Josephine, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. For the audience's information, she will be presenting some insights that are very valuable in terms of what is the market trend right now, specifically looking at the gyration or the movement of interest all over the world between the biggest market and the ones that are emerging, specifically in Malaysia. I think these are things that are very, very exciting to hear. But I mean, I'm not the one who's an expert to talk about this. She is. So, if you can share a bit, you used to study in Thailand.
Correct. Yes.
And you said that getting through the whole process was a nightmare. Maybe you can share a bit.
A big nightmare. So just to give a bit of a background, I'm actually mixed Lao, French, Algerian.
Oh yeah.
Lived in Laos my whole life, speak 5 languages, was a straight A student, and then I was so excited to go study. The experience was interesting, to say the least. So I was supposed to go either to France or to Thailand, and I wanted to study political science at first, to be president of France.
Wow.
I know.
It's coming.
The dreams.
Yes.
As you say, inshallah.
Inshallah, yes.
But unfortunately, the university that I applied for actually had a very confusing system.
Okay.
So every faculty had their own admissions team, and it was not centralized. And I was an international student who could not speak fluent Thai, only Lao at the time. So it was very long to get an answer. I would not get an answer in email. I would not get an answer on phone call, online, the application from there. And it took me about a year and a half to get no answer from them. So in the end...
A year and a half? You missed like a few cycles?
Yes, I missed 2 cycles because there's 2 intakes in Thailand.
Okay.
And so after being tired of waiting for too long, I decided to go study hospitality instead because...
Still in Thailand?
Still in Thailand,
okay.
Since they're one of the best along with Malaysia in hospitality.
Okay.
And yes, then started my studies there, but it still took a little bit of time to get my visa.
What political science in Thailand?
Because I really like the region of Southeast Asia. I grew up here.
Okay.
So I wanted to learn about the intricacies of this region to see if I could become a diplomat first.
It is intricate.
Very intricate, very different.
Yeah, very different. Yes.
Everybody treats it as a whole region and has one strategy for it,
exactly.
But it is not the right way.
It is not the right way. It's no one size fits all and all those. It's very segmented and nuanced.
Exactly.
But what is the experience that people can actually learn from your experience?
Well, this is something that I highly recommend. I have 2 little sisters. One of them went to university as well, and to help us navigate through the confusion of applying to multiple countries that didn't have the same system that we had. We used education agencies. And that process was so much better. Less stress, faster, and they really helped with everything. They really listened to the student first, understand what are your needs, what are your career goals, what are your achievements.
And the education counselors will kind of like profile you so that they can tell you what is the best match. Yeah,
and then they'll see from there which school, especially also the budget, because not everybody has the same budget for tuition fees, right?
Yes.
So from there, they looked at what was available, what matched our profile best, and helped us navigate the application process, visa process, even travel, even giving some, how do you say, some pre-departure session to teach you about the culture of your host country before you go, which is very important.
That's good.
What apps to use. For example, in Laos, we don't have Grab, we don't have Uber, we have Loca. So we need to understand what are those apps that are used locally as well. That's very important for the first, the first experience one gets when they arrive in another country, and it makes parents and students feel much safer as well.
We noticed the importance of this because, like I mentioned in my session, we wanted to complete the entire ecosystem, not discounting the contribution of education agents. Even though their primary goal is for recruitment for their own business sense, that's natural. But they need to be equipped with the right tools, the right narratives, and also for them to give something very balanced and informed so that they give justice to the students when they want to apply. They can't just, be biased towards one particular country because it pays a lot more, for example.
Higher tuition
and all those. So these are things that perhaps could, once we start to engage, then only we'll see that through this kind of activity. We had one called BMW Business Matching Workshop with all of these education agents. I think 50 from all over the world came. We trained them, we linked them to universities to make sure that then this whole part of the education fraternity is protected, safeguarded, and really embraced. Some people from this industry might see that as a negative because there's a business sense to it, but you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. I think that's just sensible to say.
And as you said, it's part of an ecosystem. I mean, let's look at the countries that you mentioned, the regions that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Some of them might be completely new to a lot of universities.
Exactly.
Do they have people who can speak the same language as students in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan? Yeah. Can they communicate in their language on their applications? We talked about Southeast Asia, for example. If we look at the countries in Southeast Asia, we all use a different app to communicate. We have WhatsApp, we have Wazalo, we have Line.
Yeah.
So is the admissions team big enough and equipped enough to manage all of the applications coming through that? Most of the time, the answer is no.
Exactly.
And education agents will help with that.
Yes.
And an analogy that I really like to use is, yes, there are some agencies that are biased, some agencies that kind of operate in a very gray area. And that's unfortunate. And that's something that we at ISEF really, try to fight through accreditation to get the highest quality agencies. But it's like, if you go to a restaurant and you get food poisoning, you're not going to say, I'm never using restaurants ever again.
Exactly. You can't generalize the whole thing.
Exactly. You're going to do research next time, look at reviews, the experience of other people, and then still go out to restaurants.
But whatever it is, the benefits outweighs the negativity.
Definitely.
I think there's a few bad apples, but it's a few. It's just that these bad apples, the incidences that arise is loud. That's the only problem. But we don't care about that. That's why we embrace agents.
And if you look at the UK, they're one of the big fours, right? We mentioned there's 4 big fours. There's Canada, there's the UK, Australia, and the US. Most of them use education agencies. I think that for the UK, 45% of all international students who have gone to study in the UK have gone through an education agency.
45%.
45 to 55. I think for Australia, it's 75%. For the US, it's 22%. And for Canada, it's 50%. And we actually see that about 65 to 70% of international students worldwide have applied through an education agency.
Exactly. And they know the market. And they know the interest of the student as well. For example, your case just now, if I can just go back. If let's say you are not informed, you don't even know what kind of programs suits you best. there's a reason why you might actually really fit into the course that you took, hospitality, but the one that you intended to take was political science. Two different end of the spectrums. With the education agent, this could actually be minimized. So they don't spend unnecessarily on programs that really do not benefit you, does not fit your profile, and perhaps could give you a lot more career path. I think those are things that are very important. That's why I'm so glad that ISEF is part of our journey. I mean, in advancing Malaysia's higher education.
We are too, and I'm really looking forward to Southeast Asia to gain more and more popularity regarding that. And what you said also about the counselors really helping the students understand which program is best. That is also a huge amount of time saved for the admissions team because the quality of the student is higher. It's not an application sent through Facebook, a student who's unsure saying, "Oh, you have business, but also you have this.
Yes.
Tell me which one," and then they disappear. That's a huge waste of time. But the agent will actually look at the student, the profile, and will qualify them for your university. So there's less time that's invested by the admissions team, and the conversion rate from the application coming into an enrollment is actually much higher as well.
It is, definitely. Anyway, we don't have much time to go on. After your session, perhaps I'll try to steal you again to look into or delve into whatever you present later. And perhaps we can have something even more prolific than this discussion.
Very happy to. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
I hope that was
Excellent.
okay.
That was great. That was great. Yeah, maybe it's just a 5 minute. Yep. Casual. Yep. Egg boy, your wife, egg boy. Egg boy technology and integration. Yeah, but I would prefer you to say egg boy because we don't really use egg boy technology. We're headquartered in Manchester, and when it comes to India, So low. This is okay. It's a bit low. You have to be closer to this. You can hear my voice. Okay, it's a bit low. It captures the ambience if let's say it's too high. Wait, can you hear me? Yeah. We can maintain this cadence. You don't need to shout. Yeah, should be okay. It's like a ASMR. Opening situ. Okay. Hello, good afternoon here, out there, everywhere. Thank you for joining or watching our live broadcast of EM Chats in conjunction with EMJS's International Marketing Town Hall in MITEC, Kuala Lumpur. Just now we had the session, quite interesting session with Josephine from ISEF. And just a bit of an anecdote. Recently, I went to India on a mission to create awareness under our Malaysian Higher Education Forum. And we met with a technological counterpart in India called Advoy. So, in the advent of artificial intelligence, it's so important that we tap into the potential, the strength, and the power of artificial intelligence, especially in the digital domain, that is more often than not becoming more unstructured and messy. So, to structure all of this and to make sure that all of the information that we are getting is really informed, articulated well, and really serves the purpose and objective, we really are in dire need of sophisticated tools and systems. So that's where Advoy comes into place. So together with me is Mrs. Sumali from Advoy. Advoy is not an Indian company. It's a Manchester-based company, but happen to meet in India somehow during our international mission. Thank you for joining, Mrs. Sumali.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes, sure. For your information, also, she's also one of our speakers. She's going to talk quite in depth about the benefits of utilizing AI, specifically to tap into the digital ecosystem, and then also the promise and the potential of the market that's there on the digital domain. So maybe you can explain a bit what is Advoy all about? How did it come into play? What is the primary objective of Advoy? What it intends to serve?
Right. So Edvoy is a technological platform, and we form a bridge between institutions and students.
Okay.
Majorly, Edvoy's goal and mission is to simplify the education, basically to make education accessible to students. Until now, Edvoy has recruited close to 100,000 students,
Oh,
and we are over 20 years now in the education industry. In 2020, we got rebranded. We were called IEC Abroad, and then we
Okay.
recently got rebranded to Edvoy because we then started stepping into digital platforms. And right now, Edvoy has introduced AI into all platforms, whatever. We have apps, we have our website, we have different sort of technologies which just make the life of not just students, but we also have a network of agents, makes their life easy as well.
Okay, I can understand. Automating the process, going through
Yes.
sifting through what are the nonsensical things so that only the pertinent things are actually being
Correct.
shared. Saves time, saves effort, and all those. Um, I mentioned just now in my presentation that in 2025, there was a study from Martech, if I'm not mistaken, the marketing technology that's available right now amounts to almost 22,000 tools. How do you position yourself against all of these tools that are there off the shelf?
For us, as I said, our goal is to make education accessible to students. And being in the industry for a long time, we realize that there is a gap
Okay.
in the sense for students, they are not sure as to which institution they should choose. There are, so for us itself as EdBoy, we are partnered with over 600 plus institutions.
See, oh, you have partnership with
We have
institutions all over
partnerships
the
with
world.
over
That's
all over
600.
the world. We have UK predominantly, followed by Australia, New Zealand, Europe, US, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, all of the nations. We cover all of it. So when a student comes to us, they are obviously a little overwhelmed looking at the sort
Yeah.
of options that are there. They don't know what's going to work for them, what's not going to work. So our major goal was to make a app or a platform which will simplify everybody's life.
Okay.
What happens with our app is that when a student comes and registers themselves, all they have to do is enter their details, which is their academic scores, what have they done in the past, if they have any experience. And based on that, our app will shortlist universities for them.
Mm, okay.
Saves time.
Okay, cool. So it takes into the psychometric assessment of the student
Yes,
and then shortlist, so they don't need to sift through the
exactly.
plethora of 600
They don't
universities.
need to do that. We do that for them. Our app does it for them.
Okay.
And plus we also have a lot of so that's when it comes to students, right? For our agents and for our institutions as well, we have a platform which gives them diversity when it comes to number of students.
Okay.
We have close to 65 plus nationalities who access our app.
Uh,
So for institutions, we study trends when it comes to which courses are students looking at, where is the interest of the student going to lie in now, and all that data is then collected and passed on to institutions
okay.
based on what they want.
So you have commitments to the universities that becomes your partner. How many that you deliver per year and all those?
Not with everyone, but with
Okay.
certain universities, yes. But otherwise, no. It's because we've been in the market for a very long time.
Yeah.
So we sort of have a relationship with the universities. We have been sending a good number of students to them. So
Okay.
there is no agreement in terms of numbers very often.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And what is the conversion rate like from students' interest all the way to them really enrolling to university?
In terms of the industry wise, an average of 20 to 25% is considered good.
Okay.
When you look at a high rank university, we look at somewhere around 30%. But there are certain universities where it also goes up to 50%.
Okay. And normally the balance or the deficit is because of the university's requirements or the students' other choice.
It completely depends.
Okay.
Sometimes students initially they want to move abroad to study, but later
Understand.
on as things move on, maybe their financial situations change. Sometimes they don't clear university interviews.
I see.
So because of all these reasons, they drop out.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty good in terms of conversion rate if you
Yes.
consider entirely digital ecosystem. So it means that in terms of your operations, you don't rely so much on manual operations anymore.
No, we don't.
That's great. That's great. So how big is the size of the company at the moment? I mean your outfit.
Well, we have close to 24 plus nationalities working across the globe. Our
Okay.
presence is global,
Uh-huh.
and that's what we offer to our institutions as well because we bring in diversity
Yeah.
to them. Our main markets, our major markets, because I know a lot of presentations here have covered the markets which we are already present in,
Okay.
which I feel
Central
will
Asia and
help.
all those.
Yes. So, majorly South Asia,
Okay.
followed by MENA, Africa.
Ah,
We have a presence in China,
that's great.
Thailand,
Wow, yeah.
all of these. So,
Even China, eh?
globally, yes,
Okay.
globally present.
Okay, okay. I mean, it would be very interesting to see how we can utilize your solutions to encourage a lot of transnational education between universities. Because since you have partnerships with universities all over the world, this the linking between the strengths of these universities so that they can offer something very compelling to the audience to see the kind of program articulation that suits them outside of what they originally imagined. I think that's super powerful, and you have that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Do you have this in part of your roadmap as a matchmaker between universities within your ecosystem?
We do that, but we do it more often for local universities.
Okay, within
Wherein,
local universities.
yeah, within local universities. So what we basically do is we connect the international universities, because right now everything is going global, right?
Uh-huh.
So we connect global universities with our local institutions. Say for example, they want to have some sort of an exchange program
Okay.
with a university in India.
Ah.
They facilitate that.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. Actually, that's part of what we want to do with my TNE.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to talk a lot more later. Anyway, that's enough time that we have. Hopefully that I can steal more of your time later after your presentation. I'll
For
be
sure.
looking forward to whatever that you have prepared for us,
Thank you.
and we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's from us. Don't forget to keep on following, sharing, and liking our channel. Thank you. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
One more. You have to, if let's say you see them like this, then you just go to the camera.
Okay, so then I look at the Okay.
Hello, welcome back to the best podcast in the world, EM Chats, in conjunction with Education Malaysia Global Services International Marketing Town Hall in My Tech at Kuala Lumpur. Just now we had two interesting discussions with mostly recruitment fraternities, one from ISEF, another one from Advoid that deals with the technological standpoint of international student recruitment. We want to diversify this discussion to be including our sponsors. We have worked in tandem with some big conglomerates in Malaysia to look at strategic partnerships for the benefit of international students, specifically with airlines. And one of them that has been so kind enough to become part of our partner is Air Asia Move. And together with me is Miss Yizen Feng. Yizen Feng.
That's right.
Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize if I
No worries.
keep pronouncing it wrong. The head of strategic partnership, Air Asia Move. Now, Air Asia is one entity. Move is actually another entity, but we'll let her explain what are the intricacies between it. But anyway, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's
Yes.
been an amazing morning.
Yeah.
I feel invigorated and excited hearing all of the plans that EMGS has in store for the year ahead.
I'm glad you do feel so. I mean, that's all that we needed from our stakeholders. Okay, tell us. Just now I mentioned there's two entities in the name Air Asia Move, Air Asia and Move. So some of these might not be fully understood by the people. So maybe you can shed some light into
Of
what
course.
Move is. Yeah.
So, Air Asia Move is the online travel agent business of Capital A. And you may have seen in the news our founder Tony's plans to spin off the aviation businesses, basically the AirAsia Airlines, to AirAsia X Berhad.
Okay.
So once that exercise is complete, Capital A Berhad will consist of the non-aviation businesses. For example, AirAsia Move, Teleport, and ADE, Santan, and so on and so forth.
In terms of business operations, nothing much would change.
Well, the businesses will operate as always.
As always, okay. So it will still maintain its niche as the travel companion. Is it right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So AirAsia Move's mission is to make travel affordable, inclusive, and genuinely fun for everyone.
Okay.
And
okay.
I'll be very happy to share a little bit more about
Why not?
what we mean. Okay,
Yes,
sure.
yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. So how do we make travel affordable, right? So we aim to always provide great value across the entire travel journey, not just for flights. So for example, our flight and hotel bundle offers between 15 to 25% cost savings to customers. So if you're already going somewhere, you definitely need a hotel, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So a flight and hotel bundle is very very, very good cost savings. And we have seen tremendous growth in that category over the past year. We also have online duty-free shopping.
Duty-free shopping.
That's right.
Online.
Yeah, and very attractive prices because it's duty-free. And the duty-free products are delivered straight to your seat in your AirAsia flight. Travel insurance. We also have AirAsia Ride, which is our airport and city rides e-hailing service.
E-hailing services.
That's right.
Okay.
So what's nice about AirAsia Ride is that for students, if you pre-book your ride, you get a guaranteed driver. So that allows you to get to your destination safely with peace of mind.
I think that's really required by foreign students, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Right now, I mean, if you have the numbers on top of your head, do you think the audience is quite a number? Is it huge?
Right. Actually, in terms of the mix, right, our customer base is very international. We've got a healthy mix of Malaysian and international nationalities.
Okay.
But what's also very interesting is that 60% of our active users are actually Gen Zs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. They
So-
moved away from traditional ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we very much look forward to catering and servicing this segment in the
Okay.
years to
Okay.
come.
Uh-huh. The merchant onboardings and all those are as huge as the typical ones, or I mean, what's the process like? Is it complex in a way?
Merchant onboarding meaning?
Yeah, hotels that participate, the partners.
I see.
Uh,
So we work with a whole variety of partners. We have so far for the airlines, right? We work with directly with airline partners as well as with flight aggregators. So it's a
Yeah.
healthy mix, and same goes for hotels, either directly with some hotel chains or with hotel aggregators as well. The ultimate aim is to ensure that we always have the best selection of inventory as well as the best prices.
I know that the food is the best.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for always supporting us.
Yes, Santan is also part of it.
So Santan is part of Capital A.
Okay. But they are also onboarded as a merchant. Do you provide some of those as?
So if you book a flight on
Uh-huh.
AirAsia Move, if you book an AirAsia flight on AirAsia Move, you can pre-book your Santan needs.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I think that provides a holistic value add to people who are very unfamiliar with Malaysia. So like we kind of pride ourselves in projecting Malaysia hospitality all over the world, but this just walks the talk.
Oh,
Because from the moment that they arrive, digitally we are preparing them, for uh, accommodation, transportation, and then things that might actually help, kind of alleviate the uh, paranoia, for lack of a better word, um, going into a market, a country that is very unfamiliar to some of these people. So I really laid loud what SM Asia Move is actually working on. So for this year, 2026 is Visit Malaysia year 2026. Is there anything that Asia Move is excited to look forward to, or any plans that you have to tap into the opportunities that might present itself this year?
wow. We've got so many.
Okay.
Okay. I think what we're most excited about doing is really deepening our partnership with EMGS as well as all the Malaysian universities who'll be here for the ride. Right? It's a big year for all of us, and we see so many stakeholders within the travel ecosystem really investing heavily
Yeah.
this year. So we want to ride on that and move together.
Mm.
We look forward to bringing the Move experience into university campuses nationwide.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great.
I think it's about spreading the awareness and spreading, the news and spreading the joy and the fun. And what do I mean when I say this, right? So, Shariel, earlier on, I said that our mission is to make travel affordable, inclusive, and fun.
Mm.
And what does that mean, right? So, inclusive in the sense that so we have an app feature on AirAsia Move app. It's called Move Communities.
Move community.
Yes.
Okay.
Move Communities is it's a collection of group chats. We have over 60 group chats on various travel topics. For example, Bangkok cafe hopping.
Okay.
Or Malaysian nature discoveries, and so on and so forth. The purpose of these Move Communities is to allow organic discussion, right? Where people trade travel tips, travel recommendations.
That's great.
Yeah, so to date, we have about more than 1 million monthly active users.
1 million
yeah,
monthly active users.
yeah, that are trading travel tips.
That's great.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you
And recommend-
incentivize them in any way?
It's mostly been
Organic.
organic, but of course, occasionally we have these fun contests and engagements.
Yeah, I mean, that's
free
typical.
flights and stuff
Yeah.
like that. These are always a hit with our customers. So another thing I also wanted to talk about, right? These Move communities is actually pretty essential in highlighting hidden gem destinations.
Okay.
So we realized that the younger travelers, they are often very interested in off the beaten track travel experiences, right? They are not necessarily all that keen on very touristed, super popular destinations. And so Move communities, as well as our social media channels, they're a wonderful way of creating discovery of these off the
Yeah,
beaten
the
track,
hidden gems
authentic
of the beaten
experiences. Off the beaten track
of the beaten tracks.
experiences.
I'm gonna have to Google that one up, but I think I get what you mean. The ones that are not typically mainstream.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
go to Kuching, right, to try the Sarawak laksa,
Yeah.
and explore Gua Mulu, for example. We've got Malaysia is blessed to have so many UNESCO World Heritage sites that are just waiting to be discovered.
That's great. That's great. Well, before we end, I just have one more question. What advice do you have for international students before they come study in Malaysia? If you have any to share with our international audiences.
Okay. You know, Cheryl, I was looking back at my university mementos the other day, and I realized that 80% of the photos I took were actually from my various travels. They were not of me studying in the library,
80%.
but they were all of my travels when I was at university.
I wonder where my 80% is.
So, I did a bit of reflection, right? If university was where I learned how to ask better questions, travel was where I learned how to live the answers.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
That's profound.
So I would really encourage students while they are here in Malaysia, right, to try and travel as much as they can. Malaysia is blessed to be within a 3-hour plane ride from most of Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Right. So take the advantage to explore the region, discover more, travel boldly, and book all of your travel needs with Air Asia Move.
She managed to fit in some of those marketing flair. Anyway, thank you, Miss. Yeah, sorry, for the life of me, I always get this wrong. Miss Yizen.
You nailed it.
Okay. Okay, so thank you again. Unfortunately, we only have 10 minutes to discuss. One of these days, we will try to expand the discussion further. Thank you so much. Keep on liking, following, and sharing EM Chats. Bye.
Thank you.
Chats.